Peace. What's the word, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Saturday thus far. Let me know how y'all living and feeling on this wonderful Saturday before we start building on the subject matter for the day, man. Y'all see the title of this stream, so y'all know we about to go in on it, man. So let me know how y'all feeling. Get y'all about 2 minutes to tap in with the kid before we start going in. What's the word? How everybody holding up on this wonderful Saturday? Talk to me before I start talking to y'all, man, because I got a lot to say in regards to this particular subject matter for today. Louisiana Peace, what's happening with you, my brother? What's the word? How you holding up, man? How you maintaining on your side of the town, man? Montel Peace, what's happening with you, my brother? How you living? How you feeling? Magic Realms Peace, what's happening? How y'all maintaining? How y'all holding up? Montel, man, everything is peace my way. We all good. We all good. Yeah, this is one of these. This is one of these topics, man. One of those topics that tends to get ignored and overlooked and all of that. You know what I'm saying? This tends to get overlooked because honestly, a lot of people don't care about, how we get treated or mistreated, however you want to phrase it. And I'm talking about the black man, of course. A lot of people do not care about how we are treated and how others view us getting treated, things like that. And we just got to touch on these things from time to time, just to remind the world, that we get neglected out here in regards to our emotions and feelings and things like that. Totally neglected. Totally neglected, man. Magic, what you say? You got some audio books need to check out. Let's get it. Louisiana for sure. Don't care at all, but let everybody else tell it they actually do care. And the crazy thing about it is, when it comes, like I said, man, we last. Like when it comes to any ounce of caring, like we get the last ounce, if there is any. If there is any left, we might get that last bit. Douglas Peace, what's happening? Louisiana for sure. There you go, man. Stay on top of them studies. But yeah, I had saw a post. It was like a meme or something. I think it was a meme, but I saw a meme that said something along the lines of children need to see their mothers get treated with love and all of that. Craig Peace, what's happening? And you know what? I definitely agree with that. But I'm like, man, that's one-sided, one-dimensional. How about kids just need to see everybody getting treated with love? You know what I'm saying? How about kids need to see the mother get treated with love and the father get treated with love? Like, why do we have to just be one-sided and one-dimensional with that particular statement? Like, that was crazy to me. And I don't even think the person realized what they had did by sharing that meme or making that meme, because it's unconscious. It's a subconscious situation going on, man. You ain't even realizing what you're doing. Not even realizing what you're doing. You put out a meme and say it's very important for children to see their mothers get treated with love, affection, and all of this. Unconsciously, you have left out the father. Unconsciously, you have just said we don't really care about how the father is treated, or we don't really care about how the kids see their fathers get treated. That's what you said with a meme like that. Chris, Dominique, peace, what's happening? And I thought that was rather interesting, man, because that's the sentiment that a lot of us have as black men. We feel like nobody really cares about how we feel, and when we see a meme like that, it validates that sentiment. It validates. It's a stamp of approval. It's like, there we go. Here's our proof. Here's our evidence. Because y'all don't even realize what y'all did with that meme. It's crazy. I'm like, dang, how about children just need to see healthy relationships? How about kids need to see love just in general? Why we gotta single one out? Why we gotta say they need to see the mother get treated one way? I thought that was weird. I thought that was very weird. Terenzo, my brother, peace, what's happening? Louisiana, what you say? Yeah, that's just as important to get a view of how your woman should treat you, and how you lead in that particular way can culminate certain results for the family unit. 100% right and exact, my brother. Craig, what you say? Divisiveness funds pockets in today's society, and mothers are more profitable. 100%. That's where I was going with this particular topic. You know, it adds on to the division. It's like it's adding on to the division. It's adding on to the division subconsciously or unconsciously. It adds on to the division. Adds on to the division, man. It's like the kids, they need to see healthy relationships, period. Like they need to see everybody. They need to see the black man getting treated with respect. They need to see the black woman getting treated with respect. That's what they need to see if we want to see any ounce of change. If we want to break these cycles, if we want to break these generational curses, then these black babies, they need to see the man get treated with love and respect, and they need to see the woman get treated with love and respect. Period. Point blank. You know, they don't need to just see one side get treated a certain type of way. No, they need to see both sides get treated with love and respect. Like that's really the truth. It's just that simple. It's really that simple. You know, it's that simple. Yes, they need to see the mother get treated with love, but they also need to see that black man get treated with love. Yes, they need to see that man respect that woman, but they also need to see that woman respect that man. That's dealing in equality. That's dealing with balance. That's what they need to see. That's what they need to witness. Blue is definitely unbalanced. Ray Sean, peace. What's happening? Dominique for sure. And it's like I said, it was unconscious. They probably the person that made that meme probably didn't even have those intentions. Or maybe they did. But it's like a lot of times when stuff like that happen, it's done unconsciously. Leah, what you say? What if that man doesn't respect you? I'm gonna stop right there. If the man doesn't respect you, then that's you treat it just like listen, they don't respect you, you don't have to respect them. You don't have to respect anybody that doesn't really respect you. And is a deadbeat, but he has an amazing bonus dad. You know, like I said, I feel like we got to do a better job in regards to how we talk about one another in the presence of children. You know, so even if you got, you know what I'm saying, deadbeats in your life on both ends, it's important for us to watch how we talk about these situations in the presence of children. So find positive male role models that child knows about and speak positively about black men around, especially if it's a young son. Especially if it's a young son. That is very important. That's very important, especially if you're raising a young son, man. It's very important for you not to be bashing black men in his presence. Again, I know y'all didn't had experiences with black men. I know y'all didn't had negative experiences, but in the presence of that young son, that's not the time. That is not the time to vocalize those negative and bad experiences, and vice versa for the brothers. You didn't have bad experiences with these women, with the black woman. Nah, when you're in the presence of the child, that is not the time to go off and talk bad about black women as a whole. Yeah, that's not the time to do that. Because again, these children, they say sponges, man, they soaking all of that up. And you may not know it at the time, but that is going to impact. That is going to impact how they turn out because they're going to remember that. So we got to do a better job with being mindful in regards to how we speak around these children. Like I said, man, we didn't all had our differences, man. We didn't all had our negative experiences. But man, it's important for them children to hear that positivity. It's important. That is very important. Jasmine, peace, what's happening? Yeah. And you say children should never be a part of adults' conversation. That's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. But nowadays, like we all know, we used to have a lot of codes, a lot of rules and regulations. Nowadays, we don't have these codes. You know what I'm saying? It used to be a thing like this is where the grown folks said you couldn't enter that room. Like you couldn't even hang out where the grown folks was at. You had to go where the kids was at, or you had to go off in the room. You wasn't allowed to be out in the presence of these grown folks when they was doing what it was that they was doing, when they was having conversations. You was not allowed to even be in the presence of that of those adults. Nowadays, that's not the case. It's not the case at all. Eric, peace. What's happening? What's the word? Leah, there you go. Yeah, they sponges, man. Like we didn't all been there, done that. The big sponges, man. We see it. We children, they can see it, they can sense it, like they can feel it, all of that, man. So again, not only is it important to watch what you say, but it's also important to watch how you move around these children. Like I said, they can sense it, man. They can feel it, they can sense it. They can feel it and sense it. So you're not tricking that child, man. You're not tricking that baby. You might be thinking you tricking yourself, but you're not tricking that baby. You're not tricking that child, man. Listen, they can sense it, they can feel it. They know when something is not right. They know when something is off. You know what I'm saying? They know when something is off with you, man. You know how many times I done seen a child walk up to the moms or the pops and ask them if something wrong? Like they sensing it, like, man, something ain't right here. So they gonna ask you if something is wrong. Are you okay? Little child, like sensing something is wrong, like you're not getting anything past them, man. You're not getting anything past them, man. So you got to be mindful of your ways and actions, your words, all of that when you're around these children, man, because they picking up on all of that. So again, it's important for them to see just health in general. Like it's important for these children, it's important for the babies to see healthy people in general. Like that's what they need to see. They need to see healthy people. They need to see healthy black men. They need to see healthy black women in general. Like that is what they need to see. Just they need to see healthy people. That's it. They need to see people holding themselves accountable for their health, putting the proper things into motion to better oneself. Like that's what they need to see. Terenzo, 100%. Right and exact, 100%. Alvarez, peace, appreciate it. Louisiana, man, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? You hey, when it was a grown folks conversation, that's what they tell you, man. You stay out of grown folks conversations. That used to be the law. Nowadays, not only is it not the law, but it's like these adults be bringing the children in the conversation. Goldie, peace, what's happening? But they need to, Lindell, peace, what's happening? They need to see health in general. They need to see healthy folks in general. That's what children need to see. That's how you break generational curses. That's how you break these negative cycles. They just need to see health. That's all they need to see. Health, love, peace, whatever you want to refer to it as. That's what they need to see. They don't need to see the toxicity. They don't need to see you going crazy. They don't need to see you not holding yourself accountable. They don't need to see you blaming everybody else for your problems and your circumstances. They don't need to see that. Because it's gonna rub right off on them. They don't need to see you eating all this trash food, and then you turn around and feed it to them. Like that's how these habits get passed down. Mr. Mind Over Matter, peace. What's happening? So, like I said, man, they need to see, especially these young sons, man. I'm telling you, listen, I am a black man. I was once a young black boy. So when we tell, like, listen, when we tell y'all, and I'm talking to anybody that's not a black man, when we tell y'all that we feel like nobody cares about our feelings and things like that collectively, like we speaking, it's truth to that, because a lot of us grew up feeling like that based off of what we went through, what we saw, what we experienced. Like a lot of us, like, listen, a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? I'm 31. A lot of us grew up in that era when you was a guy, like you couldn't even, if you played sports, like you couldn't even be hurt. Like they called you soft. You know, that's the era that we grew up in. Like you legitimately hurt. But if you can't go out on the field, you can't go out on the court, you was called soft. Things like that. This is the way that a lot of us were brought up. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got to understand, when we tell y'all we feel like folks don't care about how we feel, that's what we came from. That's what we came from, when you couldn't even legitimately be injured without somebody thinking that you lying. Like you just soft. Like, man, your whole shoulder broke, separated. And they like, nah, you soft. Get back out there. That's the world telling us we don't care about how you feel. Go ahead and win us this championship. Come on now. Like, that's the world we come from. Go ahead and win us that game. You know what I'm saying? We don't care nothing about your shoulder. We don't care nothing about how you feel. You know, your shoulder separated. Take this steroid. Get back out there. That's how a lot of us was raised. And then outside of sports, we was raised like that. If you had a father in your life, you was raised the same way because that's how they was raised. Man, what you crying for? Man, you better not be, once you get a certain age, you better not let no tears hit your face. Man, you better stop all of that crying. Man, we was raised early on. That's how we was raised, man. That's how we was raised. All of that crying. Like people think that a lot of us almost chose to be this way. Nah, it wasn't no choice. Wasn't no choice. Man, you couldn't cry. You better go out there and handle your business, man. If you had a father figure in your life that was raising you, grooming you to be a man, listen, they was raising you to be tough. And with that toughness, it's like it's not a lot of room for your emotions and feelings. So that's how we was raised. That's how we was raised. So we saw it, we experienced it. We knew that the world didn't care about us early on. That's why they tried to raise us to be so tough. Basically, what those father figures was letting us know, like the world don't care about how you feel, so you might as well, you know what I'm saying? You might as well get used to being tough. You know, when they told us to man up at 6, you know what I'm saying? You 7 or 8, and they like man up. Man, you 7. What you mean, man? I'm 7 years old. Why I gotta man up at 7 for? You know, that's how we was raised. And that was basically our fathers or the father figure saying, man, listen, the world ain't gonna have no sympathy for you, black man. So we gonna go ahead and teach you this early. We're gonna teach you this lesson early. You man up at 7. You better stop crying at 7. Because when you get 27, you really like the world it's gonna be worse. So a lot of the father figures was giving us that harsh lesson early because they felt like we was gonna get introduced to it anyway. What they call tough love. And that's unfortunate that a lot of us, we grew up like that. So that's why a lot of us have trouble expressing ourselves. And for the life of me, like, I feel like I be getting tired of explaining that. But a lot of us brothers have problems expressing ourselves because that's how we was raised. And that's not going to change overnight. Like, we not just going to overnight turn into people that's, you know what I'm saying, just open to expressing ourselves. When we didn't been raised since the age of 5, 6, or 7 to kind of just be tough, to live in a world where your emotions and feelings don't matter, like, dude, that doesn't change overnight. That becomes a part of you. That becomes a part of your personality. To be this hard person, to be this tough guy, this tough man. That's how you was raised. You was raised like that early. Kenneth Peace, appreciate that donation. Mr. Mind Over Matter. Oh yeah, Snoop. Yeah. Snoop Dogg purchases Death Row. Now they coming out with all type of allegations. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't do nothing out here, you know. But Leah, you say you're not raising your sons like that. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us were raised like that, and that's why a lot of us feel like nobody cares about how we feel, because that's literally how we was raised. We was raised to view the world like that. Like, seriously. A lot of us was raised to view the world in the lens that I just spoke on. We was raised to view the world like they don't care about how we feel. D-Monte, I'm telling you, man, don't even get me started. Man, I told you, I play whole football games with separated shoulders because it's like, man, you can't be soft out here. You play through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did some dumb things simply because Muggs done told me if you don't do it, that's soft. You know? That mean streak. You know what I'm saying? That was created because it's like, man, we can't be soft out here. Walking around. I mean, we do have a chip on our shoulders, but it's like, dude, like, I ain't no room for emotions in my life. Like, that's how I grew up. Jay, my brother, appreciate that donation. Antonio, peace. What's happening? Leah, what you say you told your brother yesterday he could talk to with no judgment. He's older than me. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? And it takes us a lot of time. If any male that's on here was raised like I was raised, like, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? For us to, like, open up and feel comfortable doing it. It's awkward to us. A lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Those that was raised similar to how I was raised. It's awkward. It's awkward for us to come out and express ourselves without feeling like we getting judged, without feeling like somebody in their head like, man, this dude's soft. I actually just saw something on Facebook that confirmed this, man. I really wish I could find somebody made a status, man. It was a young lady made a status that had something to do with do anybody care about men's feelings or something like that, man. It had something to do with, oh yeah, the status was it revolved around this young lady talked about everybody checks on us women in regards to the mental health, but nobody checks on black men. So she was like, "Are y'all good?" Man, it was another young lady that commented on the status, was like, "Man, I don't listen." She was like, "I don't want, if they get on this status and vent, then they ain't nothing but a bunch of crybabies. I don't care how these niggas feel." That was what she basically said, to paraphrase. And I was like, whoa. And like 11 people like that comment. This just happened. This like 2 weeks ago. So she just let it be known, like, man, I don't want to hear no crybaby dude vent about his mental health. That's what she said. I mean, this has just happened. You know what I'm saying? So this was like 2 weeks ago that I saw this. I'm like, wow. Like, this is what she said. This was crazy. Like, Muggs was dead serious. Like, the person wasn't even joking. Like, she literally felt like that. Like, I don't care about how these dudes feel. You a crybaby if you get on here and you know what I'm saying, talking about you not okay. I was like, wow, whoa. And 11 people liked it. So it became a joke when somebody asked about our feelings, like our mental health. It turned into a joke. I was like, man, we can't, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was not the time for that. It's not the time for that. But I just recently saw this. So I was like, yep, this is the world we live in. It's the world we live in. And every time we see that as a black man, we like, see, that's what I'm talking about. And that puts us back in that shell a little bit deeper. You're like, see, man, this is how y'all really feel. Like, we don't, like, the trust is gone. The trust is gone. I don't know. And you know, peace to my sisters. But I'm gonna give y'all sisters a jewel that y'all probably already know about yourselves. And y'all know why some of us remain ducked off in regards to our feelings and emotions. But y'all know what they say, nothing like a black woman scorned. Black women can get real vicious when they are upset. You know what I'm saying? And they will use things that you have told them, personal things. They will use some of these things against you. I don't know if any of you brothers have been victims of that, but I know I have. You tell people some personal things, they get upset over some nonsense, and they start using those things against you, start talking bad about you. Then that right there is when the trust issue, that's when the trust issues start. Lorenzo, my brother, appreciate the donation. You say day changing the night and back again is the change that happens over day and overnight, as day and night are both cycles of logic. Cycles of logic, cycles of truth, cycles of reality. The positive, the negative. D Monty for sure. And, you know, I used to always speak on that. It was hard to speak on these situations without people not thoroughly listening to what I was saying. I would go to the topic of domestic abuse, domestic violence. And again, when things would pop off, like a dude will snap and he'll beat the sleeves off the lady that he's with. Now, in my mind, I'm always, it's a cause and effect. Like, that's how I deal with things, cause and effect. I'm like, the brother did not just snap for no reason. But every time I say that, I'm never allowed to complete my thought because people think I'm condoning domestic abuse, domestic violence. No, what I'm saying is the brother didn't just snap for no reason. I said this brother probably, more than likely, was holding a lot in. And when you do that, when you hold a lot of things in, when you do not address a lot of situations, you just hold it in and you suppress it, more than likely, that's going to come out on the wrong person, the person that's closest to you. If you live it day in and day out and you dealing with the corporate world where they don't care about your feelings, they don't care about your thought process, and you holding this type of stuff in as a man, like when we hold stuff in, man, that stuff turns into rage, anger, frustration. We want to get physical. Hence why we like sports, like why we play sports like football, why we like to box, like we testosterone. We looking to get physical. So when we hold these things in, it's one of the most unhealthiest things you can do. It is eventually going to come out. And unfortunately, it tends to come out and we tend to affect those that are closest to us. So I said that's the domestic abuse. So we need to have safe spaces as Black men for us to be able to express ourselves. And that would decrease a lot of the domestic violence that goes on in Black households. Man, it ain't no way. If a brother is holding some stuff in, I'm telling you, as a sister, you gonna have to distance yourself from that brother, because eventually it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Eventually it's gonna come out. That is just how it goes. That's why it's very important for us brothers to express ourselves, man. I had that mean streak, man. I used to stay fighting all the time, not domestically, but I used to just stay fighting all the time because you just holding stuff in. So anytime somebody do something stupid, you ready to fight. That's just how we roll, man. So again, we gotta have these safe spaces, and unfortunately, a lot of it we don't feel like we have a lot of those safe spaces. But we gotta do better in regards to just expressing ourselves, so we don't lash out on the wrong people. Missouri, peace. Appreciate the donation. Yeah, Leah, I would say it's a people thing, man, but I feel like the time, man, I feel like they say it's nothing like a Black woman scoring for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like when and I'm gonna go back to even when I was like a youngin. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was a youngin, like elementary school, like kindergarten, first, second, third grade. Man, them Black girls and like, man, they was harsh. Man, they would say some things that would rip your feelings to shreds. Man, listen. I didn't, man, some black girls and Black women and said some very hurtful things. They know what to say. They know what to say. A lot of times, and when I done been in situations to where I didn't say hurtful things, it then came in response to some things that were said to me. That I was like, hold on, man, I'm not about to let you get that off on me. So I gotta respond. Like, I ain't gonna let you talk this greasy about me and, you know what I'm saying, my family and all that. And I don't say nothing. So now we finna go at it like that. I'm gonna fight fire with fire. But I didn't been in some situations. Been in some situations where it's like, dag, man, I told you all that, and like you bringing it up at the like now, like this is the worst time to possibly bring that up. Like it's ridiculous. Live like a sacred generator. That it again, that's not a good point. Well, it is a good point, but that is why men need other men, which is what I talked about. Man, I talked about this in a stream some months ago, in regards to when certain African cultures. It was an African culture that I was studying. When the boys got of age, when they got to like 6 or 7, they sent them off to a village to be amongst men, other men. And those men, that village of men, raised that young boy to be a man. So he learned his manhood. He learned everything he needed to learn by being around other men. And that's why it's important, you know, like they talk about locker room talk and barbershop talk and things like that. Like those spaces, like a lot of men thrive in those environments. Now, granted, some of the conversations are trash, but y'all done been in locker rooms, man. Y'all done been in the barbershop. Y'all done been in places where men are, man. Like that's where men get loose. That's what you know what I'm saying? That's where a dude to get to talking and letting off everything. In those little spaces like that, when it's a bunch of guys around, dudes that get to talking because they feel like, all right, man, all right, I'm finna open up now. You know, that's why the locker room was the sacred place when you played sports. That's where all the men were. That's where all the boys were. That's where we talk freely and open. Tab, peace, what's happening? D Monte for sure, man. I'm telling you, journaling, one of the best things, man. You can talk to that journal anytime you want to. Static, peace, what's happening? Black Mason, peace, what's happening? Stefan, peace, what's happening? Keith, peace, what's the word? So at this, like, and the reason why I'm harping on the treatment of Black men and just Black men needing to get in the right mental space and having safe spaces for Black men, because for the most part, we was raised, you know, now it ain't appearing as such, but a lot of us, we were raised to respect women. That's how we was raised. Like that's by default. Like we was raised in a way, if you was raised by any type of upstanding dude, you was raised in a way to respect, protect women. But somewhere down the line, we are losing the reality that we need to teach these children how to, you know what I'm saying, what they need to see in regards to the treatment of men and how that's important. Because that's very important. Like I said, I've seen situations to where it's like the man to come around, lay down the law, you know what I'm saying, then he go off to work and, you know what I'm saying, provide for the family. Whole while the mom dukes got the children going against what he said, you know what I'm saying, going against his rules and regulations. So how you think the kids gonna view Pops? You know what I'm saying? He telling y'all, listen, y'all ain't doing X, Y, and Z while I'm off at work. And then when he gone, mom's letting you do X, Y, and Z. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. Like, how you think that young son gonna view that? Like, Dad, man, Pops told us we can't do this when he gone. But then when he leaves, we end up doing it anyway. What does that look like? What does that sound like in the mind of a child? If Pop said, hey, y'all not about to be doing this, but then as soon as he leaves, now y'all free to do whatever y'all want to do. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. That child gonna grow up and not really respect that guy. That's not a good look at all. You know, so like Jasmine said, Dad has the final say. That's how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? What the father said, that's the final say. So he said, y'all ain't about to be ripping and running around his house. Y'all ain't gonna rip and run around his house. The mom Duke's supposed to be the enforcer of the law. We supposed to give him the law. We supposed to create the law. See, she's supposed to enforce it. It's almost like the law in regards to the United States of America. They tell you that the law is only as strong as the people who enforce it. So the law is nothing by itself. If the people not enforcing the law, then the law really is nothing. It don't matter. So the law is only as strong as the people that enforce it. So if you got a household going on, the man is creating a law, that law don't mean nothing if Mom Dukes ain't enforcing it. So we got to understand that. So if you lay the law down and give the woman the law, give the household the law, she got to enforce it. That is a very important piece. That's why we say knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge would be the law, would be the rules and regulation. Wisdom will be putting it in motion. That is what she's supposed to do, put it in motion. Pop said y'all ain't eating these snacks past 6 o'clock. So when it's 6 o'clock, y'all ain't eating no snacks. That's you enforcing the law. That's how that's supposed to go. But if the child is not seeing that, the child is seeing, oh, Pop said we ain't eating snacks at 6 o'clock, then he gone, and then at 6:30, and she let you have a snack. It's not good. My name's Peace, Priest. Appreciate that donation. That's not good. Jay, 100% right and exact. Say a lot of women have daddy issues and wasn't raised on how to respect and talk to men, especially those who have bitter mothers. Man, I be seeing some crazy things with that. But it's like I try to come with an understanding. You know what I'm saying? You have young girls thinking they can straight like, you know what I'm saying? Like beat up a dude, beat up a pops. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be crazy out here. It'd be crazy. Like I wasn't raised to be challenging adults. Like, you know what I'm saying? My moms or like somebody that was my mom's age or my pop's age. Man, I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't trying to fight them. That was highly disrespectful. And that might lead to you getting thrashed. Man, what you think you about to talk tough? You know what I'm saying? You 16, you talking tough to this 35, 40-year-old. Like, no, like that wasn't how the game went back then. You knew your place as a child. Not in today's day and age. Ricky Peace, what's happening? Shahrazad Ali, yeah, Static, yeah, man. Shout out to Shahrazad Ali for sure though. Yeah, so it's like, man, we gotta just do better, man. Like, as men, we gotta be better with laying down the law. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta do better with that. Because a lot of dudes, let's be honest, man, a lot of dudes don't really stand for much out here. So a lot of us got to do better with coming with a foundation. You know what I'm saying? So I deal with a lot of brothers. I know a lot of brothers. A lot of them really don't stand for much. So a lot of us, we got to do better with putting our foot down and just creating a foundation commandments, laws, rules, regulations, whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to do better with that. Then the women got to do better with being an enforcer. Live like a sacred generator. Peace. Appreciate the donation. You say sugar is a major enemy to the disrespect fathers receive. And sugar brain, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sugar tampers with the hormones. You know, for sure. Dominique, for sure, man. I don't get it at all. It's just like, dude, I don't get that at all. I don't get it at all. Like that's just not how that game is supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? We not telling y'all to allow men to put their hands on anything. Like obviously defend yourself in that, but man, just to want to fight a dude thinking you can fight a dude just for like no reason because he said something you don't like, that's weird. Like that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like just because homie says something you don't necessarily like, you think you about to just jump up and fight, dude? Like that's crazy. Sit down somewhere. Like that's just unnecessary. Hey, to Rizzo, I'm all, yeah, we definitely got to be better first. Definitely got to do that, man. We definitely got to be better examples first, man. And oh yeah, Montel, yeah, she was definitely she is not was she's still with us. You know what I'm saying? So she definitely is amazing. Definitely, for sure. She was like what they call ahead of her time. Jasmine, for sure, man. I honestly like that's weird, man. Just thinking like, nah, that's just weird. Like, and I've seen that a lot. Just women challenging dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like women challenging dudes, and then dudes not really wanting to go there, and then the woman calling them soft. Like, what are you talking about? Like, dude is soft because he don't want to put his hands on you. What? Who was it, man? That who was it? Was it Bow Wow, man? That the old girl got the, you know what I'm saying, got the beating on him in the elevator. Was that Bow Wow, man, some years ago? And everybody was calling dude soft. Then even if y'all know anything about underground rap, Charles Hamilton is an underground rapper from New York. Man, I forgot what was happening, but it was like an interview. And the chick hauled off and just boom, hit dude in the face. Everybody was calling dude soft because he ain't hit her back. Like, dude, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, she was soft for just initiating the violence. Like, what did she hit this dude for? He said something that she wasn't too fond of, got in her feelings and hauled off and hit dude. They praised her for hitting dude in the face. And my man Charles Hamilton got viewed as soft. Y'all can go look that up. If you know underground rap, you know this Charles Hamilton situation I'm talking about. They drugged dude through the mud because he didn't hit this girl back. And dude, like, what was he supposed to do? If he would have hauled off and bashed her, then they would have bashed him. So I didn't see a lot of different situations where women and hauled off and hit dudes. Dudes ain't do nothing, and they call dudes soft. Like I ain't too much understanding that one. Like that's weird to me. You hit me, you a woman, you hit me, I don't hit you back, I'm soft. Same scenario. You a woman, you hit me, I hit you back, I'm soft. What we supposed to do? Like what are we supposed to do? Like I don't get that. Montel, and I feel like a woman should never hit a man regardless. Like the only time I feel like anybody should hit anybody is if it's self-defense. So if that man didn't do anything to you physically, I don't feel like a woman has no place hitting a man. That don't even make sense to me. Unless, like I said, your life is threatened to where he harming you physically. But I don't feel like a woman should hit a man at all. There's no reason for a woman to hit a man if that man did not physically harm you. And that's another one of those situations where I feel like it'd be one-sided and it's unconscious. So yeah, we understand that a man shouldn't be hitting a woman. Boom, we get that. But a woman should never hit a man unless we physically harmed her. If I didn't physically harm you, then why are you putting your hands on me? If I'm not threatening your life, why are you putting your hands on me? Like that doesn't like no, like do not put your hands on me. Again, as I talked about, we only everybody has a boiling point. Everybody has a, I'm telling you, everybody has a level. I'm going to inform you. I'm going to inform some of you women. You cannot continue to put your hands on a man, especially a black man that is suppressing a lot of feelings and emotions. Eventually, the brother is going to snap. I mean, that's just going to happen. And you would be a dummy to think that that's not possible. You would be a dummy to think that dude going to live by this principle. No man should ever hit a woman if you just going to keep poking the bear. I'm going to just keep hitting them over the head. I'm going to just keep abusing them physically. Dude, there's nobody on the planet that's going to keep putting up with that. So don't think that that's cool. Like, don't think that that's cool, man. Like, please, there is no place for you to put your hands on a man if he's not physically harming you. Like, it's just no, it just makes no sense. This makes no sense at all. Like I said, now if he physically harming you, defend yourself. Grab the strap. Do what you got to do. Get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? I condone it. But if he didn't do nothing, man, if he just did something you ain't like, don't touch that, man. Fetty, definitely. Dean, peace. What's happening? Ray Shine, I'm telling you. Emotional control, man. You definitely are soft. That's what they're going to call you. That's what they're going to call you. You got that emotional control. They're like, yeah, you soft. Yeah, we can take advantage of him. Like, what? Like, nah, that is weird, man. You should be thankful that this brother did not haul off and hit you back. That's just, you should be thankful. Like, thank you for having that emotional control. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, Jay, man, that I cannot stand that at all. Especially when he don't have no history of, like, I just can't stand that, man. Like, and sometimes I just seen, and listen, I done seen some pettiness. I done seen some pettiness in regards to that. I done seen sisters, they know how we view the cops. They know how the cops view us. I done seen some sisters use that as like a threat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna call the cops so they can come up here and kill you. Like, I've seen, like, come on, man. Like, that's sick. That's sick. That's sick for a sister to see what be happening to black men via the hands of the cops and use that as a threat. Like, keep playing with me. I'm gonna have these cops come up here and I'm gonna say you doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm gonna have them shoot and kill, like little stuff like that I done heard. Like, what? All because I'm, you know what I'm saying? All because I'm saying, like, I ain't feeling this no more. Like, really, you willing to go there? Like, that's ridiculous. What you gonna get the laws involved for? Like, I'm not doing anything to you. Man, Dominique, I'm telling you, man, I've seen it, man. I've seen it firsthand. Going postal. Like, man, going postal. And dudes try their hardest, like, man, you know what I'm saying? You really don't want to do this, man. Please leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Just leave me alone. Ricky, appreciate that donation. You say I talk to women all the time, and it's a shame our women are uncooperative and indisciplined, very disrespectful. And it's just it's you know what I'm saying? Like, I be trying to be understanding in the sense of I know how things got this way. You know what I'm saying? But it's still sometimes it's frustrating. Like I said, and I always got to shout out to the women, to the black women that listen, that cooperate, all of that. You know what I'm saying? They out here. You know, they out here. But it's just like it's a lot that don't. And just like it's just a lot that don't. You know, they have done a good job with the division. They have done a great job in convincing a large percentage of black women that there are literally no good black men out here. Like, there are black women that have the perspective that there's no such thing as a good black man. There are some black women that literally believe this. Like, they are dead serious. Like, even if somebody is telling you how good they gonna quit, they gonna like, well, given the right circumstance, he'd cheat, he'd do this. Hey, man, what? What? Like, they don't, if you talk positively about the black man in their presence, they gon' nah, nope, it ain't true. If he given the right circumstances, he'll do X, Y, and Z. Man, we can't win. You can't win with a person that don't think that somebody that looks like you is capable of doing anything that's good. Like, that don't even, you might as well sit that one out, bro. You might as well not even argue with a person like that. Like, you might as well not do. It's few. You know what I'm saying? You might as well not argue with a person that feel like there's no such thing as a good black man. Might as well leave it alone. Antonio, for sure. Yeah, the moment if they threaten you with the cops, you gotta leave that situation alone. You can't trust that at all. The wife is in the building, y'all. Say peace to the wife. Which she received some of the backlash that I'm talking about. Any ounce of positivity you speak in reference to black men, it's like you public enemy number one. And you can say something as simple as, nah, there's some decent black men out here. Nope, like that. You can't even say that. Can't even say that. It's almost like they treat us like Bigfoot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a rare sighting. They don't believe Bigfoot. That's how they treat us. My brother Terenzo, appreciate the donation again. Oh yeah, for sure, Terenzo, definitely. Yeah, the etymology, man. Hey, you gotta get that. Gotta get the books that break down the words. It's important to understand the words being spoken, as we call wise words being spoken. It's always good to understand the wise words that have been spoken. Oh, Jay, for sure. Yeah, I don't deal with the feds. I don't deal with the cops one bit, you know. If the cops call, got the roll. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it wasn't warranted. Now, if I did something that I'm just gonna deal with the consequences, man. But if I didn't do nothing and you just using that as a threat and you actually call him up, no. Yeah, Tony. Yeah. People don't like accountability on both ends. They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? They want to relinquish. You know what I'm saying? Their accountability. They don't have accountability, and it's just like that's sick, man. Like I'm telling y'all, man. It's groups of people out here that do not feel like there are any good brothers out here. It's just not true. You don't exist. Even if you appear to be good, you hiding something. Yep, you hiding something. Like, wait a minute, man. Like, dudes just can't be decent out here. Like, why we all got to be hiding something, man? Like, what are you talking about? Some of us just be chilling, going to work, handling business. Like, some of us move like that. Some of us don't got time for none of this nonsense that y'all keep accusing us of. Like, some of us are really built like that. Like, some of us are literally built like that, man. Some of us ain't really worried about all these. Like, we just chilling. What are y'all like? Come on, man. Oh, hey, DJ Elmo, I think my boy Kenneth that sent the super chat earlier mentioned the color purple. Yeah, but I saw that though. Sacral generated. Yeah, that's definitely true. I can see that as well. And the wife with the donation, you say swear up and down that you broke, living off of me, cheating, and don't want me. I'm like, Dad, I can't have a good black man that actually provides, protects, loves me, and is faithful. Yeah, that doesn't. And then another that is healthy also. You know what I'm saying? Let's add healthy in there too. You know what I'm saying? But nah, yeah, that can't exist. That can't exist. It doesn't exist. You know, and they love it. Everybody love, you know what I'm saying? Everybody love they love it when they analyze me because of just my personality type. You know what I'm saying? Like they are, yeah. Dude ain't never smiling in it. Man, shut up. I've been like that my whole entire life, you know. But I don't owe people an explanation. So I don't really care what people how people be viewing me because I know what it is. I know the truth. So I don't need to convince somebody else of the truth, especially somebody that don't know me and that's not adding on to my life. You know, like people need to people do the knowledge, man. People, if people did the knowledge before they like added their criticisms, the world would be a better place. But they don't do that. As we talk about confirmation bias, man, they look for things that confirm their bias. You know, so if they analyze me on a picture, they could be like, yeah, see, dude ain't smiling with her. That confirms what I was already believing. He don't want her. Like, dude, I don't smile on no pic. If I'm in a pic with my mom's, I'm not smiling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go find any pic with the kid, not smiling. Like, that's just how I've always been. But you're not doing the knowledge, though. You know what I'm saying? You trying to confirm your bias. So you like, yeah, look at him not smiling in this one little pic with her. But we're not gonna analyze all his pictures and we're not gonna peep the pattern that the bro don't smile. You know, we ain't gonna peep how he views smiling. Like, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. That's doing research, that's studying. Then you will get all your answers. So it's crazy. I wish you know what I'm saying? I'm glad I don't live like some of these sisters live. I'm glad I wasn't like I got scarred and then I'm like, yeah, don't know good black women exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad I didn't have that perspective. And I didn't been scarred just like everybody else. I didn't have my bad experiences with black women just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I don't have that type of hatred. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad I don't live like that. Oh, D Monty. Oh, man, listen. Let's not forget about the bitter family members who get in a black woman's ear about her righteous black man. You know, y'all know the family members that he talking about. Y'all know y'all know them family members that when you break up with somebody and it ends, they come out of nowhere saying, "Yeah, I knew he was. I always knew he wasn't never no good for you, or he wasn't never any good for you. I always knew it. I just ain't want to say nothing." Whole family now had that perspective when y'all break up. Y'all know the family members that D Monty is talking about. Some of them suppress it. Some of them, like he said, stay in their ear. Stay in their ear. Like, oh, this dude, he got you doing what? Oh, he ain't no good. Brainwashing them. Oh, he's brainwashing you. This, that, and the third. Y'all know the family members that he talking about. Y'all got them. Y'all got them family members. Y'all got them cousins. Y'all got those aunts and uncles. Y'all got those moms. Y'all got those pops. Y'all know exactly who you're talking about. Y'all know exactly who D Monty is talking about. Them bitter family members. They done been in situations that failed, and now they don't want to see you succeed. So they gonna hate on everybody you bring in this door, man. They gonna hate on everybody. So they don't want to see you happy because their relationships that fail. Family members be the worst with that joint. They be the worst with that joint. Top Slug, peace. What's happening? Ray, he say when a black man smile all the time, they say he's gay. You know what I'm saying? And that's there's some truth to that, but that ain't really one of the reasons why I don't smile, which is crazy. I just don't do it. Like, man, it's just my family. Like, dudes don't smile. But that's you know what I'm saying? That is something that they get. But your boy just do not. I just don't smile. It's just always been like that. But we can't, you know what I'm saying? And Ray on top of that, when we smile all the time, we gay. You turn a woman down, you gay. Like, man, everything you get called gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's another thing that we forgot. If a dude is a good dude, then they gonna say he down low, he gay. We forgot that he's homosexual. If a dude is too good to be true, you gonna get accused of being homosexual. Like, he must be gay. How he out here with one woman and ain't cheating? He gay. So you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't, you know what I'm saying? You gay. You out here, you a good dude, you faithful to your woman, you doing everything right in his act. Oh, he must be on the down low. Like, man, come on, man. Like, we get accused of everything, man. This don't make no sense. Like, we again can't win for losing out here. I done been there, done that. When you turn down women, you get called gay. Been there, done that. They questioning your manhood. He don't like me. He must be gay. Nah, how about we just don't like you? How about we don't like your personality? You know what I'm saying? How about we don't like you as a person? How about it's some of us that don't care that you look the way that you look, and we just don't like you as a person, and we like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, how about that actually exist out here? Like, how about not all dudes are thirsty in regards to how one looks? And some of us can look past that. If you trash as a person, we like, yep, no good. That don't necessarily mean we gay. It just means we can look past you, how you look. And we diving deep into your mind, your mindset, your mind state. But nope, that's gay. You gay. You gay. Yeah, what you mean you don't want to tell you? You must be gay. All right, then. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, whatever you say. Your perception is reality. We just gonna roll with it then. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I know the truth. So if that's how you want to view me, cool. That's gonna make this situation smoother for the both of us. You will leave me alone. Oh, Dean, for sure. That age gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? In a minute. Right now, if you don't have kids by the age of 30, you suspect. That mother gonna turn to 25. You ain't got kids by 25, you gay. What's wrong? How you 25 ain't got no kid gay? You know what I'm saying? Like, they that's crazy, man. Terenzo, it becomes fake and forced. Dean, I'm telling you, them bitter family members are the worst. That stuff is crazy. Like, that stuff is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bitter family men, like that, come on, man. Like, that's nonsense. And sadly enough, you know what I'm saying? Sadly enough, I learn from family members and their relationship. Like, I'm one of the young bulls, you know what I'm saying? So I saw a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I learned what not to do and what to do by analyzing failed relationships amongst family members. So, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to the family members that preceded me that made some mistakes. Because I learned. I'm like, all right, cool. This what y'all doing. This don't look like that's helping. So I'm probably not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So a lot of them be hating simply because you may have learned from some things that they did, which is what we supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Somebody coming up under you and they watching you, man, they supposed to learn from your mistakes, man. That's part of the game. So that they don't make those same mistakes that you made. That's what they supposed to do. That's how it's supposed to go, but it don't be going like that. C squared, my brother, for sure. Stay in that deep end. Ricky, man, I'm telling you. All right, man, listen, you don't want to holler at them. That's going to be a number one go-to. That's going to be your number one go-to. By the same people that embrace these homosexuals. But they not embracing you and you don't want to talk to them. They going to use gay in a derogatory manner. Like, now all of a sudden you want to use that in a derogatory way. You know what I'm saying? But you the same. Don't even get me started on that. D Monty, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, they think you got a problem. You 26. Like, dude, what? That's why I don't even be, man. That's why I don't be paying people any mind. That's why I don't be focused on what other people think. I don't care what these other people are doing. Like, listen, man, because if I was listening to everybody else, man, come on, man. Life would be all bad out here, man. Dominique, it's crazy that you say that. You say, but working security and being 270, if I'm too serious and people can't approach me, people told on me at work for being too serious. It's crazy because I feel like I have one of the most unapproachable faces known to man because I'm never smiling, and it's like, yet people approach me all the time, random people, and my mug stay on me. My mug stay on mean. Y'all, we come from mean mugs and shoulder shrugs. Like that would say, look, like we got the mean mug down pat. I do not have, listen, I don't have the most approachable appearance. And people come right up to the kid. Right up to the kid. I'm talking about old white dudes. It don't even matter. Right up to the kid. So I like, that's weird. It's like I be having the opposite. Me not smiling and looking like I'm mad. It has people talking to me. They approach me. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get now. That is something that I don't get. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's like an energy thing, whatever the case may be. But man, they come right up to me. There is nothing about my face. There's nothing about my face to say, "Hey, old guy, talk to me." Like, no, nothing. Like, I don't want to be bothered. I'm not trying to talk to any of you. And it's written all over my face. And they still come right up to the kid and give me their whole life story. It happens all the time. That's one reason why I don't like going places. Because I'm always end up in a random conversation with somebody random that has nothing to do with anything. Like, I'm gonna just be in the conversation. Terenzo, he say because it's 46 and literally get oh man. Renzo called me off guard with that one, man. He said literally. D Monty for sure. For sure. Blue, exactly. When you reckless with your seeds, you a Pookie or Ray Ray. When you protect your seeds, you weird or gay. Can't win with them. Yep. 100% right and exact. Corey, peace. Peace, G, what's happening? So you must have good friendly energy. I don't know what type of energy I have. I don't know. Because when I was man, I don't know. I don't get it. Because people that told me about my facial expression, like, man, you look like you mad or mean. But yet, it's like in the public, that don't matter. Ricky, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what they seeing shame in. They need to mind the business that pays them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing good to me. You know what I'm saying? You doing great to me. But people always got something to say. People always got something to say, man. Like people always got something to say. They're gonna find something to talk about. They're gonna find something to talk about. They're gonna find something to talk about, man. They're gonna find some way to criticize you. All of these people are miserable, so they gotta find. Listen, what they say: misery loves company. Misery loves company. But shout out to Royce the 5'9". They say misery loves company. He said, no, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be getting that. Because when I'm in a miserable state, I really do not like company. But the masses, for the most part, when they down bad, like they want other people to be down bad with them. And that's what it is. Like, I don't understand that. When I'm feeling, like I said, when I'm feeling miserable, man, I don't want to take nobody down with me. I don't want you feeling like I'm feeling. Like, nah, it's not a cool feeling. I don't want you feeling this. So I'm not trying to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Corey for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get told it all the time. But it's like I said, man, people always approaching the kid. And it's crazy because obviously they be right on the money because I'm not gonna neglect them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen to what they gotta say. So they be on right on the money. It's just like that. But nothing about my face is saying approach me like that. Antonio, yeah, for sure. You definitely got to correct that. You know what I'm saying? DJ Elmo, yeah, there's definitely energy related. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely that. But still, you know what I'm saying? I literally do not be wanting to have conversations. Yeah, like literally, like I'm not even joking. You know what I'm saying? Like I really, literally do not be wanting to talk to people in public places. So hey, even if you pick up on this energy, like don't approach me, you know, because I really do not feel like I don't care what the energy is telling you. Don't have conversation. I don't feel like having a conversation. Like now, just please. Realtor properties for sure. They definitely be attracted to them. Definitely. Yeah, Dominique, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I can see that for sure. Yeah, I can see that for sure, man. We gotta yeah, me and Dominic, we gotta start a security team, man. I heard you 270. I don't know how tall you are, but then you gotta have a big version, then a little version. You know what I'm saying? We gotta create a security team, man. C square for sure. Yeah, he definitely have no limits. Definitely. Q the Saint. Peace. What's happening? The good human energy, man. I don't know. That's some weird energy to have. Like I said, man, I remember I had went to the post. Like I said, I went to the post office one time to ship off something. Old white dude started talking to me out the blue. 5 or 6 other people in here. This old white dude decides to talk to me. Dude with a Malcolm X hoodie on. And you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you talking to me? Like, seriously, why are you talking to me? I'm behind you, so you see the hoodie, you see the lock, and dude's just like, forget all that. I'm finna talk to this dude. I'm like, man, everything's telling you not to talk to me, man. You don't know anything about me, and you finna have this conversation with me. Start talking to me about the weather. Say it's just a random conversation. It was like start talking about the weather. I don't know what else. I don't know what dude was talking about. But that's those are the type of situations that I find myself in. I can go somewhere right now, film it. I guarantee you I have a random conversation. But y'all, man, I went over my little time, man. I just wanted to hit an hour. Got the hour accomplished. And I wasn't really planning on doing a lot today, but hey, we in this thing. Definitely not gonna be streaming tomorrow. Gotta get my grub on, man. Kid ain't 8, you know what I'm saying? And trying to bulk up out here. So I can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get this food thing together, man. I gotta get them calories in. But shout out to everybody on the fitness journey, by the way, man. Shout out to all the people that's on the fitness journey that's staying consistent and staying committed to getting their health in order. It's a process out here, and we get hated on a lot. We get hated on a lot, you know what I'm saying, for being on the health and the fitness journey and whatnot. So shout out to the people that staying consistent and committed. But with that being said, man, I'm about to tap out for the night. I appreciate the donations, all the comments, all the love. As always, peace. Hopefully you took some jewels away from this particular conversation in this bill. But I'm out, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday and enjoy your Sunday. I may tap back in with y'all on Monday. But I'm out, though. Peace.